guys, it's me, Adriana. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi. If you're not, hello. Um, it's 2025, guys. It's literally 2025, and I can't believe it. Well, we already kind of know it's 2025, but I'm still happy that it's 2025. New things, new updates, new mindset, new goals. It's just another year, but a new one. For everybody, right? So in today's video, I just wanted to kind of do a little chit chat with you guys. A little chit chat talk with you guys. So yeah, it's 2025 and I'm coming in with a chit chat vlog for you guys. And yeah, so I'm back, guys. I'm back. I don't know if this is gonna be an emotional chit chat video. But I've kind of been emotional a little bit. Well, actually not a little bit. Actually for a long time. And I just haven't told anybody. Of course, my family knows. So my mom and my grandma, my auntie and my uncle, they know about my whole life because they've been in it since 17 years, right? And then the fun part is gonna come. But the sad part I want to get over with, just because I've been feeling it for so long, since the age of, I want to say 8, I really don't know. And then I also just want to get it out so other boys or girls can feel the confidence to tell their story. But being in 2024 was yeah, it was good. It was cool. It was really tough. Some was tough. A lot of people know that I had therapy sessions because of my dad problems. And then a lot of people know that it was a really rough time for me in 2024. So now that it's 2025, I'm very happy. I kind of feel still a little bit of that emotion towards my dad, just because he didn't change. He didn't change at all. He's still not calling me. He's still not texting me. We don't really communicate anymore like that. When I was at the age of 6, we already know. I think in one of my vlogs I've said that, the first vlog, I think I said something about my dad. But we know that he doesn't come around, so I am living with my mom and my brother. So yeah, I'm living with my mom and my brother, and we all know that. But my feelings are still hurt, and my body is even more hurt because I ain't gonna lie, I was a daddy's girl. For a while I was a daddy's girl. I loved my mom so much, but every time I would see my dad, I would be very happy. And they always say oh, the first man that should make their daughters happy is their father. My dad, he made me happy, but after him getting married, he did not get remarried, guys. He got married. So my mom and my dad was not married. They were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and then they broke up, and he got married when I I want to say either 12 or 13. I want to say, I'm hoping I'm right. If I'm not, I'll guess again and I'll say 10 or 11. But I feel like I was either probably like 12 or 13 at the age. Um, and mind you, his wife did have two other kids, a boy and a girl. The boy was older and the girl was younger. So same as me and my brother. My brother is younger and I'm the oldest. So yeah. But so he got married. I almost said remarried. He got married, and me personally, a lot of people in my family um would have thought like, oh, you should have like, came up to me, introduced me to this woman since I'm his daughter, introduced me to this woman, and we could have talked. Me and her could have hung out. We could have had dinner, and a lot of my family members were right. Like I felt that same way. I felt the fact that if you would have like been like, hey Adriana, you're my daughter, and I am seeing someone. I would like you to meet this person. But instead of my dad doing that, guys, he decided to date this woman very, very fast. And he decided, like, I want to say, like, it took like 5 or 6 months for him to ask her to be his wife. So when I heard that news, y'all, I was devastated. Like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know, because at the age of 13, you're like, you're smart. Like we're all smart, but you're smart, but it's certain things you won't understand at the age of 13, right? So at the age of 13, I understood like what was going on, because my mom is an African American woman, right? So if y'all parents are African American, y'all already know they be meaning business. They don't be trying to lie to us. They be telling it how it is. They know what they want you to know, and they know what they don't want you to know. So my mom was telling me like, oh yeah, if he marrying this woman, you need to know this and that, this and that. And I'm like, okay. And I wasn't really trying to listen to my mom. Y'all, I wasn't really trying to listen to my mom, because I just knew like I'm his girl. Like y'all, I put a smile on his face every time he see me. I'm his daughter. He's never gonna leave my side. Like he's never gonna leave my side, even if him and my mom are not together. He's never gonna leave my side, y'all. When I tell y'all, like the first weekend, because he used to pick me up on Fridays, right? So after school, and he either would pick me up from school or he would pick me up from my grandma's. He was picking me up like constantly, y'all, constantly. And as soon as he got married, put that ring on her finger, y'all. Put that ring on her finger. He stopped coming to get me. Like I remember he stopped coming to get me. Like after a while, I was like, okay, like what's going on? Like I'm calling him constantly, y'all. Like I was calling him like, hey dad, are you picking me up today? Or hey dad, are you picking me up today? And y'all, it is Friday. I'm like, come on now, like, my dad's supposed to be picking me up. And he would either tell me no, he would either lie to me and say he had work, or he would be too tired to pick me up. And mind y'all, he lived in Indiana. So it wasn't too far from Chicago where he lived. Like he can get back to the city like right there from the expressway. But it was the fact that he just didn't want to come and get me. He just didn't want to come and get me, right? So, passing all of that, it still hurts a lot, because I'm 17 now, and my mom's been telling me to build, if I want a relationship with him, I have to build it myself, because he's not going to come to me and build it for us as a parent, right? So since I'm 17, like I have to do that because I want a relationship with my dad. And I'm starting to see like I can't have a relationship with him like I could, but I can't because I don't see him as the same. I don't see him as the same because now I'm 17 and it's like, where you at? Like, like what's going on? Like, I didn't think a marriage could change our, whole entire story, our whole life story, because it changed. Like, it literally changed, guys. And for me to talk about it, it's even emotional because it's just like, that's what I want. I want my dad. Like, I haven't seen him since my Sweet 16. Like, he came out here for my Sweet 16. He didn't stay that long. He only stayed on my birthday day, which is the 9th of April. And then he stayed the next day, but he had to leave the same day. So he left at night. And I was sad because I felt like he could have stayed like a whole week. But my dad's a worker. Like, he works. He gets money. He gets money. He works at the post office, so he gets money. And that's another thing. Like, me having to ask him, oh, Dad, like, and these same words, I would text him and be like, hey, Dad, I need some hygiene products, or hey, Dad, can you buy me this, or hey, Dad, I would like to, do this for myself, or I need my hair done, or can you help my mom, half and half with my hair. And at the time I had locks, I cut my locks off. So at the time when I had locks, they were like styles for locks for when I had my locks, they wasn't as high as the prices are now. But I was still like, hey, Dad, like, can you help my mom? Because, my mom is a single parent. She's taking care of 2 kids. And then she doesn't have, like, a man around. So I'm like, you're my parent, too. So can you put in? He would not put in. And then sometimes he would, but he would act like he don't have the money to put in. And having it in my, like, I don't know, it hurts a lot because I was putting my mom in so much. Like, when I tell you I was crying, I can't, like, every day when he said he couldn't get me or he wouldn't do this for me, I would cry. Like, I would cry. I would really, like, cry. And looking back at it, it's very sad because as a kid, you shouldn't have to cry about, you shouldn't have to really cry about a parent not being there. And you just don't know, like, you really don't know what's going on. But I was crying. Like, I kept crying. I ain't stopped crying. I really wanted to see my dad. Like, I really wanted to see him. And so now as I'm looking at it, I really don't care anymore. Like, and me having to say that it hurts a lot. Like, it really do. But I don't care anymore. Like, if I seen him, like, today at, like, today, I don't know what I would say. I don't know. Because now, of recently, I would text him and he would either read my messages and not say nothing back, or I would text him and he wouldn't say anything back at all. Like, my stuff would still be on deliver. And then recently he asked me, like, when do I graduate? And I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him at all because it's just like, well, I can ask you for some money for hygiene and you can't send it to me, but you can ask me when do I graduate. So now you want to be in the parent mode, or do you want to be there because I'm gonna be 18 and like, you're not gonna have to put you're not gonna have to put no more money in my you're not gonna have to put any more money to my mom for me, you know. So you're not gonna, I don't know if I can say child support on here, but you're not gonna have to pay any more child support for me because I'm about to be 18 years old. And if that's the case, then why even be a parent? You know, why even be a parent? But that's the sad part, guys. That was really the sad part. That's the sad part. Like, yeah, like that's my problem. I have dad problems. I have dad issues, and a lot of girls do. In my family, a lot of women do. But they got over it. You know, they got over that. They got over it by either therapy or, you know, just leaving it alone, blocking the person, blocking the parent, just letting that person leave. You know, how they want to leave. And for me, I want to, but it's very hard for me to, just because that is my parent, and I love my dad. Like, I love him so much. Like, if something ever happened to him, I would be very, like, sad. I would be very devastated. But I love my parents. Like, and for him to treat me that way, it's wrong. But it's also, like, it's not all his fault. Because my papa, which is his dad, which is my grandpa, but I call him Papa. He did the same thing to my dad, and my grandma was a single parent. So it's, you know, it's the same way. You know, he's doing the same thing to me, and I just figured that out. Like literally just figured that out. Like, me and my mom had a talk, and I was crying. And I don't know when the talk happened, but it was about my dad, of course, and we was talking, and I said, but he's doing the same thing. He's doing what his dad did to me, and I said that the same exact words. I said, he's doing what his dad did to me, and my mom looked at me and she shook her head and she was like, yeah, he is. And me at 17 years old, I was like, I'm just saying something. Like, I'm thinking I'm just saying something. I'm thinking like I'm very, very much so in my feelings, and I'm very sad. So I'm just saying that to, you know, just say that. And when she said I was right, I was like, so my grandpa did this to my dad, so my dad is doing this to me as his daughter. And it feels, I don't like the feeling. Like, I don't like the feeling at all, guys. Like, I'm so serious. I don't like the feeling. But now that we are in 2025, I have found out the hard way that I have to get over my dad. So for me to get over my dad, I've been painting, I've been reading books, I've been going outside, I've been going to school, I've been watching YouTube, editing vlogs that I've made recently that I have not posted out yet, because I've been trying to get my mental right. And then I've literally just been chilling. Like, I literally been chilling. Like, it's January. It's about to be February. We only got like 2 more weeks left until February, which that's good. And then we have my birthday coming up, guys. Like, we have my birthday coming up. My birthday's in April. It's in April, guys. It's in April on the 9th. So that's on a Wednesday. So my birthday is following up on a Wednesday, which I will have to see how that's going to be, because I have school, which I don't think that's going to be a problem because I'm in day school now. So for new opportunities and new goals, I got into a program where they graduate teenagers or high schoolers early. So we all know that I am technically a junior and I'm technically supposed to be a senior. So I'm supposed to be graduating this year anyway. But I did fail. I did fail third grade. Third grade, I failed. And it's actually a funny story because I failed third grade and my mom failed third grade. So I just love to tell people that story because I'm not the only one that failed third grade. My mom did too. So when people be like, oh, you failed third grade? I'd be like, yeah, and my mom did too. But, so yeah, I failed third grade and I got held back. So now, I'm like basically a junior, but I'm a senior also, guys. So I'm a junior and a senior, basically. And I only have 3 periods, guys, which is very non-stressful. It's so peaceful having 3 periods than having 8 periods, literally. Like, 8 periods is so crazy. I can't do it every day. But having 3 periods, from having 3 periods and being able to start school at 2:15 and get out at 8:33, I love it so much. I love it so much because when I get home, I take a shower. I can go right to sleep. I don't even have to eat nothing because I already ate dinner at school. So, and then I also bring my own stuff, my own lunch and hygiene stuff, all of that. So I'll be good to go. So that was one opportunity. So one new opportunity and new goal for the year of 2025. And then I think that's it for like the new opportunities and how I got accepted to that program. For goals in mind, I really don't know. I haven't wrote any goals down lately, but I would say when I do graduate, since I'm graduating this year in May of 2025, I think once I graduate, I will be, of course, attending college. So for colleges, I have 15 colleges on my list, but I had to, lower them. So I think I have like 5, if I'm counting that right. But I'm gonna say them. So for one, I really, really like, this is on my top. I really want to get into Xavier in Louisiana. And then number 2 is Loyola in New Orleans, which is Louisiana. So I'm going to tell you the rest, but let me tell you these two colleges. So Loyola, I can get into Loyola. They will pay for everything because I'm trying to be in the medical field. So they will pay for everything for me. Tuition, room and board, all of that. I can do the classes at Loyola, and then they will transfer me, or I can transfer to Xavier and finish my junior and my senior year at Xavier in Louisiana. And that's that. So that's that story, right? And then my mom, she's really like big on me not being by myself right now, since I'm only gonna be 18 going into college early, right? So then I have going back home. Going back home is definitely an option, guys. So in Chicago, it's Columbia, and then we have the University of Chicago. So the University of Chicago isn't bad. I know it's a really big, crowded college because a lot of students that lives in Chicago, the city of Chicago, go to attend that college for medical school or any other major or minor you would like to attend. And then we have Columbia, which Columbia, they do not offer medical anything, but they offer art, like visual arts, 3D art, so 3D, which meaning 3-dimensional artwork. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And then so basically it's like an art school. Um, um, and then so those are the four colleges, actually the four colleges that I have been like really hoping I can get into, and I have been applying to scholarships lately. I've been applying to, I've applied to some yesterday. Like I think I applied like to four yesterday. So I've been applying to scholarships, and then, so that's one goal. One goal is in 2025 to apply for more scholarships. So when I do leave school, I'll have scholarships right there handy, so I can pay for college. And then my second goal is to be going to college. So my second goal is to attend, the colleges, any of the colleges that is on my list. Because I don't want to stay in Vegas. And then, like I said, I didn't really have that many goals for the year of 2025. My biggest goal was to just like, get my head off my dad. For the longest, y'all. For the longest, like I've been trying to get my mind right from him for the longest, because I thinking about him hurts, and then like I don't know. It's just weird. Like, it's so weird because, God made us so we could have, two parents, and not having two parents really like hurts me. It really hurts because me seeing like my little cousins with, in a household with two parents, living with them, it made me think about it even more, because they were little but they still had two parents in a household, and their parents were married. My parents didn't even have to be married, and they could have still been together or not. And even like I see like some parents, they're like roommates and they're not even together, they're not married, they're not even in a relationship, and they still like, co-parent, and they still live together. Either they live in separate rooms, one will sleep on a couch, something that could even happen. I would have probably been fine with that, but it just didn't. So, things happen in life, and when I grow more to become a parent, I'll make sure that I hope this does not happen to my future kid, or my future daughter or son. And if it does, I can tell them my story and give them feedback. And that's what I need. I need more feedback. So if you guys can give me feedback, if you guys had any problems like not having a mom or not having a dad, or having a parent, having a mom and dad, but like one isn't in the picture, or both of them aren't in the picture, and how did you deal with that? Like how did you deal with that? How did you overcome that achievement? That's an achievement, guys. That's not even a goal. That's an achievement. Like you have to achieve that, and then I really think that's it, guys. Like I really think that's it. Like I really needed to talk to you guys about that, because that's really important to me, and I just want you guys to know, like, you could do anything you put your mind to, like me getting that opportunity was very, very great, because y'all, I really wanted that opportunity. Like me staying in a high school with kids that cuss 24/7 is very disrespectful. It's very draining. It drains your mental, a lot. And now I can like I only literally have like 3 periods, and I start school at 2:15. So I have enough time during the day to like, sleep, chill, study, get my mind right before I go to school. Yeah. So I think that's it, guys. So thank you for this chit chat. And like, subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.